We may be doing water changes, but I think it's time for another Q&A time. I'll be right back. Let's set the camera up on the tripod and get these questions answered. Intro time. Boom! What's happening, guys? Forrest here, Cichlid Man 09. If you've watched my videos before, you've heard me say that, and you know exactly what I was going to say it, but you knew it already, so I said it anyways. So, if you guys have been sending me questions into my cichlidman09@gmail.com account, if you can't spell it, it's in the description below. So, it's time for a Q&A. Let's get to it. Alright, sounds great. Question from Zane. I'm not going to try and pronounce your last name because it's a little difficult. Hi Forrest, hope everything is going well. Just wanted to start off by saying your channel has reinvigorated my passion for cichlids. Really appreciate that, that's awesome stuff. I have a 29-gallon community tank with a 1.5-inch salinite and a 2-inch Texas that are actually going to be moved to a 75-gallon in a couple of days. Was just holding them in there a while till the 75 got up to speed. My question is regarding buying fish online. I've been looking for a rainbow cichlid or a dwarf bug and not had much look at my local fish stores. Do you recommend buying fish online? If so, do you have certain websites you trust? Also, are there some you do not? Thank you for taking the time to read this. Hope you have a great day. Thanks. I'm thanking you, not thanking myself. Thank you for the clarification, because I always question that. Like when you say thanks, who do you thank? Thanks for the question, Zane. Online fish buying, purchasing, receiving, and growing is an awesome aspect to the hobby. The fact that you don't have to strictly go to your local fish store and get what they get, because your local fish stores, for the most part, and I'm going to say it, usually have a pretty crappy selection on fish. Mine do, yours probably do, and that's where online fish buying and shipping has its beautiful niche, where some guy in New Jersey may have the fish you're looking for, and there's a way to get that fish from New Jersey to, I'm in Washington, so Idaho. Okay. But in terms of vendors I would trust, honestly a good vendor that does a pretty decent job, that's pretty local to me actually, that's kind of local and still a vendor, is the Wet Spot. Relatively inexpensive, pretty good selection. If you're local, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, they can ship to you pretty cheap and pretty quick. But all the major guys out there, Jeff Rapps, Gage over at Cichlid Connection, Dan over at American Cichlids or whatever it's called, basically go online, do a little research, type in Jeff Rapps, type in, you know, Cichlid Connection, and you're going to find forum posts and this and that and this and that, and you're going to find out who does a good job, who doesn't do a great job. For the most part, most of these reputable online vendors that you see frequently, most of them do a pretty dang good job, have a pretty dang good selection of fish, and you know, you really can't go wrong with very many of them. There's a few out there. One that I've kind of questioned a little bit that I've seen on Aquabid is like Bluegrass Aquatics, I think is what it's called. Some of the posts, you can tell that a vendor knows what they're selling by how they post it, and some stuff I've seen from there I probably wouldn't trust a whole lot. I myself won't be buying fish from them. Maybe some of, like, I don't know, maybe some more of like the online stores I wouldn't necessarily trust as much, in referring to like the stores that also sell, you know, filters and all this other stuff and also sell fish, because then it makes you question, where the heck's your focus? Is your focus on this or is it on this? If you go with the guys, you know, Jeff Rapps does cichlids. He does Central American, South American cichlids. You know, he's got some oddballs, arowanas, plecos, all this kind of stuff. But for the most part, that guy does fish and only fish. So if you were to take my advice, I would say go with somebody with a good reputation, find it online, super quick, super easy, and somebody that's focused on fish. You don't want, like, you know, you don't want the Walmart situation where it's like they sell everything and fish. You want them to sell fish and their focus to be on fish. Wet Spot, though, is a great place. Not only is it like a local store, but they're an online vendor with pretty reasonable prices. You can go on there and check them out. Like I said, if you're local, for me in Washington, I can get over on shipping for $15, and they have a pretty good selection. a lot of good breeders around here in this area that kind of supply them. So, great place. That took me a long time to answer that question, but it was a great question, so we're going to get to the next one. Thanks for the question, Zane. Alright, question from my buddy Kurt over in Australia. What's up, Kurt? This dude dominates the Q&A. Dominates it, dominates it, dominates. He's the LeBron James of my Q&A. Don't even get me started. I'm loving my NBA playoff basketball right now. Alright, hey Forrest. Awesome videos as always. He's actually from Australia, so I'm not going to do a terrible accent. I'm just going to hide my face. Okay. Awesome videos as always. Thanks to your videos. My girlfriend now often calls me a hugaboomerum when I'm being weird. If I can, you know, bring that little piece of your life to your life, then I'm doing my job. Getting some good drainage over here. 2 quick questions. 1, when you're selling a Rio MagFry, do you ask questions about people's setups first? And what questions do you ask? Not really. A little bit here and there, here and there. Usually, you know, the great thing about the people who've approached me so far is I haven't really had any issues like that. One guy actually was a little concerned. He's like, I got a 75 gallon. I think it was a 75. You know, I was thinking you know, I don't want to overload it. He was very concerned, so he asked a bunch of questions. And, you know, I told him, you know, so growing up 6 fry and a 75 gallon is absolutely awesome. Plus, you're going to have a better chance. So I've had a pretty good experience so far. Probing questions is a good idea, though. Trying to figure out, you know, exactly what these fish are going into. But, you know, it's been a pretty good situation so far. Number 2, what are your favorite YouTube channels to watch in your downtime? Goodness gracious. A lot. I'm a big, huge fan, and, you know, I know a lot of you guys are focused in the fish hobby. The videos that I watch, and I'll be honest, in my downtime, I don't watch a whole lot of fish videos in my downtime. There's a ton of you guys out there making awesome content. You know, the top dogs like Joey and Dustin and all these guys, the Rick, making awesome content. But the majority of my YouTube watching, I spend a lot of time watching YouTube vloggers. I've recently got into following some of the prank guys, Roman Atwood. But my favorite vloggers, my favorite top favorite vlogger is going to be Charles Trippy over at CTFXC. Drummer over there, We the Kings, Danny Duncan, follow him. Shay Carl, of course, the Shaytards. Prank versus Prank, BF versus GF, follow them. There's a few daily vloggers that like takes up about 50 minutes of my day every single day that I just gotta watch. Roman Atwood, like I said, not only he's got 3 million subscribers on his prank channel, but you know, 600,000 subscribers on his vlog channel. He does an awesome job doing vlogs. Just a lot of stuff. Rhett and Link is probably, CTFXC is right up there near the top. Rhett and Link is right there. Good Mythical Morning every day. Wake up, some Good Mythical Morning. Their main channel. I love their music videos and all this stuff. To say I watch a lot of YouTube, to say that I love YouTube would be an understatement, because YouTube is and has become a part of my life. Not only just making videos for you guys out there, but me as an entertainment source. And not only has that like reinvigorated my love for, you know, producing good content, just gives me something to watch. I don't watch a whole lot of television anymore. Usually my iPhone and some YouTube videos. A lot of vloggers. Who else do I watch that vlogs? A lot of them. Can't think of any right now, but it's fun stuff. I absolutely. There's just something about, it's kind of why I've geared towards kind of just vlogging. It's just something about just with a camera and whatever the heck you got to say, off the top of your head, not scripted, not, you know, really any motive to it. None of my videos are scripted. It's just something I really, really, really enjoy, and better than anything else on TV. So, thanks for the question, Kurt. P.S. Hugaboomer with an Aussie accent is pretty funny. I would love to hear it. Thanks for the question, Kurt. Always appreciate you asking me questions, because I always love answering. Alright. This is from King Sosa. Cobra Pike is the thing at the top there. What is your opinion on those type of fish? Also, I want to know, what's the best filter for a 75 gallon? It's kind of a loaded question for the second one, but we'll try and answer it. Might not get a whole lot of questions answered, because we got a bunch of good questions right now, and I love it. Let's check and see where we're at on the camera. Already at 10 minutes. Okay. Let's get a couple more questions in here. I don't want to keep you guys for 30 minutes. Alright. My opinion on Cobra Pike, something that I have not kept. Crenocycla interests me, definitely. I would love to keep some. I've been looking, going back to our first question, the wet spot has had some wild-caught Crenocycla cincta, I believe that's how you say it. Big growing, like 18, 20-inch big beasts that I've been contemplating getting. But limited tank space, I have a hard time getting fish when I don't have tank space. I'd rather just deal with less fish and more comfortable situation than more fish and majority in less comfortable situation. It drives me nuts. So, definitely fish that I'd love to keep eventually. Not anything that I can give you an opinion on. They're cichlids, so they're probably awesome. I'll just say that. And best filter for a 75-gallon depends on the situation. I mean, if you've got 500 fish in there, you want something that's going to have a very high bioload. If you do tanks like mine, I run sponge filters with moving bed attachments that do fantastic. So it really depends on the situation, what you like. You can go sponge filter, you can go hang on back, you can go FX5 canister filter, whatever the heck you want, as long as when you do your water changes and you feed your fish and your parameters stay in control, it doesn't matter what you filter with. You can filter with absolutely nothing in a power head. As long as you do enough water changes and keep your parameters in check, do whatever you want. So, my opinion for best filter for a 75-gallon is no comment. Or whatever the heck works for your situation. You know, if you got a $5 hang-on back filter that filters your tank fantastically and does a great job, there's no reason to go out and spend $100 on a canister filter. That's not going to do any different job. Just the north and south of it. This new saying I just made up 5 seconds ago. Thanks for the question, King Sosa. Alright. Question from Seth Hodkinson. Hey Forrest, love your videos, mate. Thank you very much, mate. I'm from Australia though, although I was born in PA. I'm guessing that stands for Pennsylvania. Just wondering what type of American cichlids someone... Whoa, that almost sounded like a bad word. What type of American cichlids do you suggest for someone new to Americans? I couldn't keep a marine tank and African. If you keep Africans, you know how to keep cichlids. It's just different water. Pretty sure. Tank I'm looking at using his quite wide 4-foot tank. Thanks in advance. Keep the good work. Been a long time subscriber. Thank you. Thank everybody for subscribing me. It's awesome. Go to Google, search American cichlids, find something that looks awesome, find how long it is. If you're talking about a 4-foot tank, we're talking either a 55 or a 75. So we're talking 12-inch or 18-inch width. With a 12-inch width, you're probably going to have a fish that maxes out around 10 inches. So look in that genre of fish, something like a Salvini, maybe a Jack Dempsey, your smaller Herichthes, maybe Bartoni. That's a good one right there. And if you're talking about a 75, your options open up big time to a fish that gets around a foot long. Most of the Amphilophus complex, most of the smaller Parachromis. And when I say this, I'm meaning one fish or a pair, not 30 fish. So, if you know, just to be clear with that, so I'm not saying put 20 hulks in a 75-gallon, but yeah, just find something that looks awesome, find something that fits. Do the search on the Google; it's fantastic. There's a million guys out there who have asked these questions. The great thing is you don't have to ask them. All you got to do is read their questions and the answers. For me, if I was to get a 75 right now, I'd throw some Islanum in there, Exiclosoma islanum. Being here in Australia, you might have a limited supply of fish. I know that you guys don't really import fish a whole lot, or I don't know if at all, but you guys have a pretty good group of fish, just you don't get in a whole lot of fresh blood. But you know, probably some Islanum in a 75, and a 55, probably Bartoni. They're pretty freaking awesome fish. But like I said, 55, you're talking about fish 8 to 10 inches max out. 75, 10, 12, maybe 13 inches is your max fish. That'd be a great wet pet tank, you know, or pair. So, yeah. Thanks, as always, for asking the questions. Let's try and get one more question in here from Jake Stumpf. What's going on? Gonna keep this on the short and sweet. How long did you have all your fish for? Alright, so let's start with Hulk over there. Had Hulk since like August of 2011. So we're going on 3 years now. Azul and Blondie I got in like June of 2012. Just going on about 2 years now. It's pretty impressive. Their Fry, of course, I've only had them for a certain amount of time. Excuse me. These guys I got this spring. Same as I got the Spectabilis, and that's about all I don't really have a whole lot of fish. But, you know, the ones that I find out that I love, I like to keep for a long time. And the plan is Azul and Blondie and Hulk and Spike. These fish are going to be with me for a very, very long time. And if they're with me, they're with you guys. And we're going to stop that question answering. I'm getting a little warm. It's been humid. And just want to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't gone over to the Facebook page, go thumbs up, go like that page. Because it's just a thing to do. If you need something to do to take up 10 seconds of your life, go do that. And if you watched all the way till now and you're going to stay till the end, I appreciate you. And I can say that with confidence because if you're watching till now, you actually watched till now. So thanks for watching. If you got something to say, hit me down in the comments below. Let's get you a piece of advice today. If you tell people that you're going to do a water change and maybe do a gravel vac, the best decision is to just sit here and answer all the questions without doing anything and not distracting yourself and making a 3-hour-long video. Alright? Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Towel at the camera.